What up? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, Raya Hoot, Lou, Ryan, Howard, what up? Jenny, what up? Love Dimes, what is going on? Dirk, what up? Vince, hope everybody's doing good today. How does Lynn? I don't know. He should. You know, I think the reason why he doesn't have it is because it's, what do like 2,000 people see this? You know, I mean, and all those people have already donated or whatever, you know. So, you know, we need a channel that's got like 500,000, subscribers or something. Or somebody that makes more compelling content. I'm not sure which one it is. Sassy, what up? Noel Janelle, what up? Exile, what is going on? We're gonna pick it up right where we left off. So if you guys remember, where we left off was October 8th. Okay, so October 8th is where we left off, and October 9th. So now is the time that it's actually starting to, the timelines are starting to coincide with reality, right? They're trying to say, oh, all these things, September 23rd, October 2nd, October 8th, September 12th, they're all crimes, even though we all know they're not crimes. We all know that none of this stuff is crimes. No crimes. But October 11th is Injunction Day. So Shannon and Matt, we can't forget that on October 8th, Matt Walker files the Rule 11, says that Mr. Myers is insane, and then the same day he withdraws from the case, and then the next day he's going to get an injunction against harassment with his disgusting wife, Shannon. So let's get right into this today. Again, and we want to keep all of this in the proper context. While Mr. Myers, or Mike Oxlong, while he goes and does his on-location reporting, Shannon and Matt Walker are at the courthouse trying to get an injunction against a man who they've never spoken to. Shannon is trying to get an injunction against somebody that she's never spoken to. Not sure why Matt's there. Maybe we'll get into it. Maybe it'll be revealed to us. I don't know. Yo. All right, so let's check the date here. October 9th. We see it? Streamed live. Lane Myers does not support, condone, or encourage any type of violence or illegal activity. Okay. This video contains First Amendment protected activity meant to redress government officials through nonviolent legal means. Okay, Rachel. Good luck. Good luck, Rachel. I cannot wait for this trial.
Law school?
Business school.
Is the law school down here?
Yeah. It's like right on the other side of the building.
Around it?
No. Like,
Can I enter it from this side?
He's a gimbal.
All right, thank you. Enter enough, go.
Nathan, true. You know, just like every other video, we're looking for release of private information. We're looking for illegal activity. We want to not. It needs to be spotted, right? We need to identify it right when it happens, so we can't. You know, we don't want to let people get away with crimes, right? So if he's committing a crime, we want to know about it. We want to know what's the crime. Where's the crime? What's the crime? Because they're alleging that this is harassment. Okay? So they're alleging this is harassment. Has he gone? Is there even security at this public building? Public building. Public building open to the public during regular business hours. And we're going to find out how much within the business hours here in a second.
Might be too late in the day. Hello. Hey, can you tell me where I find Shannon Walker and Stacy Jane?
I don't think either one of them are still here. They usually have a...
You mean here for the day?
Yeah.
But they work here?
Yeah.
In here?
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. More specific to like what would to be the right admissions career.
They usually have offices. Their offices are usually upstairs, but I think they're gone today.
For the day?
Yeah, I don't know if Stacy actually has an office here.
Shannon does?
Shannon does, yeah.
Do you know where that's at?
I have no idea.
It's upstairs, you're saying?
Yeah, usually it's
What's the department or whatever called?
She doesn't have a department.
She's the director of special projects. So like,
Right.
where's she posted up at?
I usually have to just walk in a circle, honestly, when I go up there, because I'm just kind of...
But when you say up there, where are you talking?
There's an upstairs.
Only one more floor?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Here we are. Google it.
This is somehow harassment. The people, lady downstairs seems completely unconcerned. Let's get these people to come up here and they're going to feel equally unconcerned. But Shannon's been letting everybody know.
So here's Matt
Shannon's been
Walker's
letting
wife's
everybody know
office.
how scared she is.
I guess I can't ask her. She wants to be waiting outside to talk to me. U of A, let's see. Shannon Walker. Room 270. There's room 270, Director of Special Projects. Bam. Room 270, Director of Special Projects. I guess they don't want to talk to me. See if I can get anybody to talk to me. The Dean's Suite. Who we got over here? This looks like an office of some sort. Hello? Is this open to the public? Where is Shannon Walker's office?
She's Shelly. Yeah, I can show you.
Thank you.
Is this open to the public? Where's Shannon Walker's office? Here, I can show you. Don't sound real scared or even aware of the nonsense that the Walkers are trying to start. We have to remember, at this point, they've already alerted campus security. Everybody's already terrified.
I didn't see a name tag, so I wasn't sure if she was still using that up.
She's just down this way.
Yeah, I seen the room 270, but it doesn't have her name on it anymore.
Oh, to my knowledge, she's still there.
She just doesn't put her name out. Like, see how all these say a name?
Oh,
What about Stacy Jane
Stacy used to be on the other end.
of this area?
Like that direction, but the other side.
Okay. Is it open to the public? See 270, 274, right?
Yeah, she's supposed to be right here.
270, right? If you look on here, it says 270.
Yeah.
Room 270.
I don't know that she's had a number.
I get what you're
or
saying.
name.
She might not have a name tag yet.
But did you knock on the door?
I don't feel appropriate doing that.
Oh.
Like, if I don't even know if it's, is that
It is her office.
right?
Yeah, do you want me to knock on the door?
Not if, I'll come back. I feel better if it's open.
She is never open.
Oh, it's not?
No.
All right, well, here's the thing. I'm trying to do a story about her, so I don't know how she's going to feel when you open that door and I'm standing there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where, like, I'll come back and see if I catch her, you know? I mean, you
I
can.
would say this time of day.
It's harder because it's later in the day.
Yeah, no one's here.
And you said
Special K,
Stacy's
you got
down
the
here?
Notification. What up?
And actually, I haven't seen her, right? I'm not even
Indicted,
sure if
what
her
up?
office is in here, but
In the school of law anymore?
yeah, I mean,
Indoctrinated.
What's it say? It says, for Stacy Jane. Yeah, I want to do a story about him. I'm doing an investigation. So, it's right here.
219. Yeah, it does say odd numbers are that way.
This is
This
completely
way?
reasonable, of course.
Thank you.
Public
219,
space,
huh?
public
208,
building, business
206,
hours, cordial conversations.
212,
But this is harassment. They're going to convince a jury that this is harassment.
214, 2. It
Those
goes,
are even numbers.
yeah, you're right. I'm a legal genius, not a math. 216, 219. Doesn't look like. This is Shannon Trebe.
Then I don't know where her office is.
Yeah, for room 219, it's pronouns. It says pronouns name only. I don't know what all that pronoun shit means, but this says Shannon Trebe.
I don't know who that is, and I don't know where. See where her office is.
Oh, okay. Do you know who somebody I would be able to verify that with? We got Barack. Everybody's pretty much out at this time of day.
Seeking
I figured that would happen.
clarification. Nobody seems concerned.
Everybody's got their pronouns up, though.
They seem more concerned
Definitely
with
got their pronouns up. Shelly. Her name's Shelly Milzer, and she goes by she, hers, and Ella. Ella's a pronoun. Rebecca Sasosi. Andy Eunice. Let's see. William Soyerstrom. Shaylee Roisman. This is the woke wing. Albertina. Barbara. Jason. Let's see, Meyer Hendricks, AV-rated law firm with a reputation for. Okay, they have law firms. Hey, isn't there a little program where they work with the between the law school and like the justice court
So
or the
true,
law
you
school
know.
and like the.
And it's worse than that because, I mean, all of these charges, right? All of these charges, and then the O'Reilly's case, the detective's case, the booing case, you know, all of those cases, they tried to say, oh, this is what was going on, or this is the crime that he was committing, regardless of the fact that he had video evidence. So, to your point, it doesn't even matter that they have the video evidence. Thank God that he does, right? Because you're right. But they don't even care. You know what I mean? They're just doing whatever the fuck.
A prosecutor's office or anything like that, there's like some kind of program where there's like a liaison or something?
Can you say that again?
When I go to the court, there's there's a U of A thing on the wall, right? So I don't know if it's a mock courtroom you guys use to pretend trials, or if it's actually something that you get involved with.
We do have mock courtrooms.
Right, downtown, right, that's what I'm saying. So that's just for academic reasons?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They're
So
just students.
there's not a program between the U of A, I think it was called Justice or something, Step Up to Justice, Access, it's some,
I think
Justice Innovation, let's see, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I for J.
Yeah.
What is it?
Innovation for Justice.
There you go.
That
Yep,
is a
yep.
program here.
Yeah, so where would I get, Innovation for Justice. What's the department, where do you talk about that, or where do you, Innovation for Justice, that's what it's called.
You know what? If you hang out for just a minute, I can get you phone numbers.
Thank you.
They're probably not here, but
Well, he was looking
Hang
for
out.
Stacy.
I'll help you.
Because it lists her
Yes,
under
yes,
it.
Her office isn't even here.
yeah,
It's
no,
like-
she rotates between here and the University of Utah, so she's not here.
All the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can get you
because
contact.
because is she the point of contact for the Innovation for Justice?
Yes.
What about legal design and access to justice?
That would be her too.
Okay.
It
Is that
falls
her,
under
right?
and Step Up for Justice.
Right,
Was something
okay.
She was
Okay.
involved with before she came here.
That's what I'm saying. So that's something that continues on with or without
So
her.
you could email her at that email address.
Oh yeah, her
He's
you,
on- yeah, he's on
you
the
have it on your
website.
phone. Yeah,
These-
that's exactly right. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because I had the Stacy Butler. I hadn't talked
Not
to her
afraid
since
at
she was
all.
Stacy Butler, but all right. So
Not
that's the
at
best
all.
contact to get information about Innovation for Justice
That's exactly
or
right.
access to justice.
Yeah.
Do you have any programs where your work because like I know that Shannon Walker, you know, I'm here to try to interview her, and so her husband's a prosecutor, okay, and so I'm wondering based on her website if there's any programs between the U of A and like, because it says that she manages strategic manners projects and relationships, right, and her husband is a prosecutor down there. So I was wondering if there was any programs that are officially between the U of A and the city prosecutor, like internships or programs or externships or.
Oh, that would be through our career development office.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any specific. Not to say that it
Career
wasn't,
development
I
within
just-
the law school or career development within the school?
Within the law school.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm trying, you're right. There she assisted with managing the career development, right, exactly.
Well, she's no longer with career development.
Shannon.
Shannon.
Right,
is-
okay. That's what it says. That's what I'm saying. On her website it says, that's Arizona Law Career Development. That might be some outside thing. There is a career development here though.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is
No, it's not on this floor.
it through the law school?
Yes. For placing our students in jobs.
Job placement, right. And that's why I was
Or
wondering if
buzz,
you guys had any
Chad.
type of like internship programs and stuff. Because I know you have them at the federal court with, Judge Zips and all them. And so I'm trying to do an investigation because my wife graduated from here and then she worked over there. She was a law clerk until about 2 weeks ago for Angie Martinez, who also graduated from here, who used to be Zip's law clerk. And then Stacy was her law clerk. And then Matt Walker's wife is Shannon Walker's husband is the prosecutor, and I went to the meeting and got arrested. I went to the city council meeting and got arrested for booing, right? And so suddenly I went to the arrested, got for booing, and then Shannon and Stacy contacted Judge Zips in the bat phone to get my wife fired from her job because I got arrested for booing, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm here to do a follow-up with that. So because I'm about to do a story, so I wanted to give them a chance to speak for themselves, like, hey, did you do this or not? Because
Wanted to correct the record, make sure that just the facts were getting out there. Okay. All right, Rachel. Good luck.
Because I have on good authority that that's what happened. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole connection between, so Samantha Walker over at the Pima, Matt Walker over here at the Tucson City. Then you got him over at the court with Judge Zips, Judge Marquez, and Judge Martinez. How you doing?
Hey,
Good.
buildings, we're locking up, so.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
For the five, no, this.
End of business. He's been made aware. Building's going to be closing. Time to go. And what does he do? He immediately takes action and is leaving. Okay, Rachel. This is harassment.
Stairway and all that thing?
All
right.
Stairway works, elevator works, but I just do that.
No, I feel you. After 5, I can't. I know. So the stairway, this is the stairway?
Either way.
All right, thank you. Thank you. No worries.
Is Elon doing an interview at 1? Paco, thank you. Getting some oatmeal, some coffee.
Don't worry. We'll come when they're here. And we'll get to the bottom of this. Let's go see what the law library says. See if there's any young co-ed students that want to be heroes.
Yeah, they seem really
Are you employees?
scared.
Sorry?
Are you an employee?
Yeah, are you a student?
I was wondering if you have access to Westlaw here that's open to the public.
We do not have.
Not at
access
5
to
o'clock,
Westlaw.
but,
Yeah,
alright.
we're actually closed right now,
Because it's 5?
after 5.
Right. Okay. So my question is during the public hours, is there access to Westlaw up here?
We do not have a public version access of Westlaw. We have a public version access of LexisNexis.
Okay, so you can still do case research and stuff with that. And do you have to become come here get an account, or is it just like if you get a guest pass or something, you can log on?
You don't even need a guest pass. It's something that's you don't even have to come here to use this. It's called Lexis Uni. You can go to the main library and use it from there. It's not specific to law.
You have, I see, law library. All right, so do you got a pretty good updated? I mean, I'm doing legal research, so it would be more me. It would be.
All right, I don't see. I don't see that Elon is doing one, but here's what I'll do. Just because I don't know. Hopefully he is. That'd be great. More people covering this would be great. There's a link to his channel.
Be more specific to being around here. And I'm sure you have books about. Are all these books about law?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Right.
Jocko says
Or
good.
you know, procedural books and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Like Arizona Supreme Court rules, you got all that too, kind of stuff.
Yes.
Right. All right. Cool.
And if we don't have it in print, we have access to it electronically.
And then the LexisNexis is a similar thing to. Can I go right here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's a similar thing to Westlaw.
Yes.
Mikey, I think he is. I'm more talking about exposure, and I don't know that. I wish there was something that real, tangible, actionable that he could do. But absent that, correcting the record, right, is what. There's a lot of misinformation about the case. Because of Rachel and Matt and Shannon and Metcalf. So I'm just happy that he's able to clarify the record publicly and not just, sit in the gulag getting assaulted by prison guards.
For the public, you know what I mean? I'm working on a case. So are there any programs where you can get with like a student and help you do research, or is there anything like that?
Students are not allowed to practice law.
Right.
But we do have reference librarians who can show.
That's what I'm trying to, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. Reference librarians, people that know the way around this.
Yeah.
All right, brother, I appreciate
All
it.
right.
Yep. So what, 8 to 5?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You gonna be a lawyer? Are you going to law school?
We'll see, hopefully.
For sure. I mean, locally too. I mean, that's the most important thing. Locally there, the more people that we can make aware.
Everybody thinks it's like you just go out there and get it. No, it's what it is. It's a lot of dead ends. It's a lot of wasted time. Literally, I wasted my whole day talking to these people just to show the whole world that there ain't nobody coming to save you. But we already knew that. You gonna be a lawyer? No. But what they do is they make everything so convoluted. But we'll think our way out of the escape room if I'm competent enough to think my way out of the escape room.
We all gotta help him.
Watch this.
Think his way out of the escape room.
Let's see what
140
state
days in
of the
jail for what?
youth movement.
I don't know what Tommy Robinson's is.
Are you a law student?
No.
You're not a law student? Oh, okay. I was gonna give out some pop quizzes, but I haven't found a law student. Are you a law student? 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 No. Okay.
Looking for some law students.
Oh, dude, look at this name. This is elite word salad. What kind of word salad is that? The Confluence Center for Creative Inquiry. Sounds like a scam. Sounds like a pet project.
Dad, hopefully there's no unlock in the future.
It would have been super easy just to go through your Facebook. But apparently they let her up to the favorites. She wanted to use a picture of me in the fucking gladiator costume. But she decided to be nice. Yeah, I hate Kara. But I love her for that. I don't know. What else was I going to say? Midterm, big little stuff.
You going to lift or what?
Yeah, actually soon.
Soon? You haven't missed one in a while, have you? Got to get it while it's young. You got them free protein shakes.
And she has classes all the time.
Let's walk around for a few minutes and give. Let's go this way. Looks like everybody. Oh, dude, look at this thing. What in the fuck is this? What does this got? Food in it? Does this deliver food or something? Is that food or something? What in the fuck is this thing? What is that, food?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're living in a robot world. Look. Is it gonna get hit? It's smart enough?
Yeah,
It won't go. Think it's gonna get hit? It's smarter than humans. Let's see. Does it go? Well, your food's gonna get cold if it just sits there all day.
Like the Bay Area.
There's definitely no cars coming either way. So why isn't it going? What's it waiting for? Oh, there we go.
It cruises. All right,
Hey man,
well,
we don't want no problems.
whatever, right? I don't see any harassment. I don't see any crimes.
So if you cut in front of it, does it stop? Wow.
Most of them
Mass
might be
surveillance.
Smarter than most of these people out in the
You going to law school? No. Where do all the lawyers hang out? Or soon to be lawyers? At the law library?
Probably.
Or are they like not affiliated with the rest of the student population because they're too cool?
I'm not a law student.
No, I know what you're saying. It's all good. Look at this thing. What in the hell is that thing?
Oh, you haven't seen these?
Nah, I mean, in theory, but not in person.
Oh, yeah, no, they're all over the place.
It's full of food, right?
Yeah,
And
so
it,
essentially right over there is where they usually come from.
okay.
Yeah,
It's just going home?
Yeah.
Is it a business or is it the school?
Is it the what?
Is it a private business or is it the school like cafeteria?
I think it's a school, but yeah.
The school is delivering meals to students
That's another deal.
Yeah.
with a robot, or do you order it?
You kind of order, you order on it and then I guess it delivers. I've never done it to be honest, but I see them all over the place.
That's wild. That's wild. Learn something new every day.
Enjoy any of it if you
Oh my god.
You a law student?
no.
No.
No, it's just up there.
I don't think there's any law students. Well, I have to try again to come talk to Shannon Walker and see what's up with her little special project. Hey, are you a law student? Oh, okay. Do you want to be?
No,
law student there. Paco, he can still do jail calls, but the jail, or the prosecutor.
I think it's time to get some rest for.
Is limiting who he can speak to. So, there's people that have been eliminated from his. He can't speak to everybody that he wants to, so give him a call. But we want to just keep things in the proper perspective, right? Okay, so that was October 9th. Okay, October 9th. Okay, also on October 9th, here we go, October 9th. Now, we're going to listen to this again because it's not that long. We're trying to listen for fear. We're trying to pull that out, right? We can hear the fear in this person's voice. And no lies. There's not going to be any lying. Okay.
Okay. This is case C 2024-6055. The plaintiff is Shannon Walker and the defendant is Lane Myers. Ms. Walker, this is a time and place set to hear an injunction against harassment. Ms. Walker, could you please stand and raise your right hand? My clerk's going to swear you in.
I'm not sure. Let me check that, Kay.
Yes. So, thank you. First off, can you state your first and last name for the record and spell them, please?
Shannon Walker, SHANNON WALKER.
Okay. So, Ms. Walker, I'm going to be asking you some questions about the allegations that you've made in your petition here. Okay. I'm also going to ask you some questions about guns. Now, I don't want you to think that I have some super secret information back here. I have no information at all regarding the defendant or anything. These are statutorily required. And so if I ask you a question, don't think I know something because I don't.
Understood.
I've only got what you've given me here in front of us. So, and I've read through the allegations here and I'm a little confused. What is going on?
So I work at the College of Law. My spouse, who is with me, Matt Walker, is a prosecutor for the city of Tucson. Mr. Myers is a defendant in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me because he discovered that we are married. It's primarily been through YouTube videos that he makes about me where he shares my contact information and encourages his 8,000 plus YouTube channel followers to contact me and also harass me. He also has
Has that ever happened? Has he ever reached out to anybody to harass? What up, JC? What up, Central Florida? I'm looking for the platinum ticket here. To find out if it was a felony. Count. Okay. Was the location count 11? Count 11 is a misdemeanor. Yeah, count 11 is a misdemeanor. She doesn't know why he's contacting her, even though he specifically told her in the voicemail.
YouTube video or chosen to start prosecuting. For some reason, City of Tucson. Mr. Myers is a defendant in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is this is supposed to be where it all starts, right? Somehow there's a bunch of crimes before it. Somehow this is the first time that she's ever spoken his name in a court of law, but somehow this is a crime, this is a crime, this is a crime, this is a crime, and this is a crime. All right. Okay. So, for some reason, she doesn't know why.
In a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me.
For some reason. Okay. Well, here, let's see if we can find the reason. Do you think we'll be able to find the reason, guys? Let's look for the reason. Here we go. Here we go. This could be the reason.
Could help me. Maybe I should talk to you or where you help me. Hi, my name's Lane.
You have reached Shannon Walker, Director of Special Projects at the James E. Rogers College of Law. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I have a chance. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Lane Myers, 520-771-2021. I see you're a Director of Special Projects. Well, I'd like to ask if you could approve a special project where
I'd like to ask and see if you can approve a special project. Specific. Okay.
Is a defendant in a case that my spouse is prosecuting. For some reason, Mr. Myers has chosen to start harassing me because he discovered that we are married.
Okay. So for some reason, we just said the reason. For some reason, he's harassing. Okay. He's harassing. He's only left one voicemail. One voicemail.
It's primarily been through YouTube videos that he...
It's been primarily through YouTube videos. Well, how can he harass you through a YouTube video? How? Tell me, Shannon, how can he harass you? This bitch is so dumb. Don't watch, Shannon. I know it's real tough for you because you're retarded, but don't watch. You and Rachel and Matt, you're all a bunch of retards.
He makes about me where he shares my contact information.
Public contact information. Let's see if it's public. Looks public to me. Looks like some public information. Cool story, Shannon. Cool story. Oh. Cool story, Shannon. Okay.
And encourages his 8,000 plus YouTube channel followers to contact me and also harass me.
Did he ask them to contact you and also harass you? Or did he ask them to contact you? What a lying cunt.
He also has contacted me directly through phone calls.
Phone calls. Phone calls. That sounds plural. That sounds like more than one. When you put an S at the end of something, what does it often indicate? Okay.
He calls me. Through phone calls. He calls me. I do not answer, but leaves through phone calls. He calls me. I do not answer, but leaves voicemails that are threatening. And
Leaves voicemails that are threatening. You're a liar. You're a liar, Shannon. And I'm going to make it my life's mission to make sure that everybody knows that you're a liar, that Matt's a liar, that Rachel's a liar, that Laura Conover's a liar. When your little daughters graduate from high school, when they turn 18, who's going to be there? Foshin's going to be there to let them know what kind of parents they have, to show them all the videos, to show them what kind of poisonous, toxic wretches of society the Walkers are. I won't forget. You might get Lane to forget. Maybe Elaine will forget, but I'm not going to forget. I won't forget Shannon. I won't forget Matt. It's not going to happen.
I think that's kind of the basic overview of how we came into contact.
Okay, and this has been going on, looks like for about the last month.
Correct.
That's what's happening here, because I'm seeing that things started in September of this year.
Correct.
And
I think September 12th was the first.
It's the first date you have down here, and posting video on his YouTube, and so
Right.
Don't watch.
Okay, and then he is leaving you actual personal voicemails on your cell phone. Is this also taking place at work, or?
It's not my cell phone. It is my work line,
It's your work line,
which is
okay.
listed on the College of Law's website.
What?
And in the voicemails, he has said he was going to come see me.
Which he did.
Made comments about how I need to speak to my spouse about his case,
No.
things that are generally just
That never happened.
offensive
Liar.
and, not something that I feel like I should be subjected to.
She doesn't think she should be subjected to her loyalty oath. She doesn't think that she should be subjected to the loyalty oath. Not her. You know why? She's special. She's special. She is new hire forms. Pre-employment. Where is it at? She doesn't think she should be subjected to it. Guys. She doesn't think she should be subjected to it, even though she signed her name on the fucking line and said that she, so help me God, that she won't do exactly what she's doing right now with her corrupt, dirty husband, because he signed the same oath. He won't do the same dirty, nasty shit that he's doing, that Metcalf's doing, that Rachel's doing. They're all doing it. They're all doing it, and nobody's going to forget. Nobody's going to forget anything.
And based on these, a little threatening.
No.
Yes. Not only from him, but now his followers are threatening me, contacting me, leaving voicemails. Yes.
If somebody's threatening you, then the proper action should be taken to hold the person accountable for threatening you. Okay, I think that is the way that things should be, right? But I also think that you can give Shannon a call, right? Her number's public. You can redress your grievances. They want to have us believe that we live in some dystopian universe where Shannon Walker doesn't get to be contacted by the public.
Yesterday, I received one that was particularly egregious. I think I included the text of at least the transcript that my work voicemail system provided. He also yesterday in his video, he is convinced that I'm a public official, which I work for a public institution, but I do not work with the public. My work is with the dean of the law school. I work with specific, college initiatives and professional relationships, but I'm not a public official. And so in his videos, he often claims that I am a public official, that anyone can come talk to me and I have to see them, I have to speak to them. So not only has he claimed...
Did he say any of that ever? Has he said any of that ever? I'm wondering.
that he has told his followers that, and yesterday he actually said, I'm going to the College of Law. It was something that was very upsetting, not only for myself, but now my colleagues are in fear that this person is going to come over because we've had to connect the University of Arizona Police Department and our threat management team who has been following this gentleman. So it's now not only affecting me, but my people I work with. And, obviously we have our personal relationship. But I don't have anything to do with this. So I don't know why this is even happening.
Well, I'm very sorry that is going.
She doesn't know why it's happening, but she goes and does this. She doesn't know why it's happening, but she does this, and she expects him to just let it happen to him, to just. That's the problem out in Tucson. Matt thinks that he can just do whatever and get away with it. We're here to tell you that you can't, Matt.
Not your fault, but I appreciate that.
It's difficult. So I am going to go ahead and grant the injunction against harassment. I do need to get some statements from you under oath. Now, obviously, to grant an injunction of harassment, there needs to be a series of events, and you have definitely listed on your order of protection a series of events, so you do qualify in that. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition, are they true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And you've explained that you really don't know.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. These things are true. Yes, absolutely.
The defendant, you've never met him personally?
No. One of his claims, I only know what he has said to me. We have never even spoken. I've never met him in person. I've never had a direct conversation with him. I only know the messages that I receive or the videos.
Why is that his fault or problem? He didn't leave you any threatening voicemails, you retard. The videos on his YouTube that were not threatening either, don't watch them, you dumb cunt.
One of his claims is that I think he has assumed, because my work often is with members of the judiciary, apparently he had a significant other who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And he is convinced that I personally am responsible for that. That he often claims I called Judge Zips at district court to have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power. Right?
I know.
So,
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. All right. So do you
know have his, he often claims I called Judge Zips at district court to have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power. Right?
I know.
So,
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. All right. So do you I take it you and the defendant don't have any other cases?
No.
All right. So
in the dark.
do you I take it you and the defendant don't have any other cases with each other?
No,
There's no other anything else. Would you have any knowledge, or has he in any way threatened or mentioned the use of a gun?
Other who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result of, I don't know if it's his videos, but it seems like that was some sort of factor. And he is convinced that I personally am responsible for that.
You played a part in it.
That he often claims I called Judge Zips at district court to have his significant other fired, which did not happen.
Oh, if we had that kind of power.
Right? I know.
So,
a lot of things would be a lot easier.
All right. So, do you? I take it you and the defendant don't have any other cases with each other.
No,
there's no other anything else. Would you have any knowledge, or has he in any way threatened or mentioned the use of a gun?
I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well, he talks about being a hunter in some of his videos, so I guess that would be my only kind of glimpse into that.
But there's been no direct implication or statement or anything that would cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now, let me take a look here further. Remember, we are in open court, and so if any of the addresses that you've listed here are confidential, don't say anything while we're here on the record. We'll refer to them vaguely, but we don't want to restate these addresses or anything like that if we're going to protect an address.
Of course.
So just want to make sure that we're both aware of that as we're moving forward here. And so you have listed two other persons, two minor children as protected persons on this order of protection. May I assume these are your children?
They are.
Okay. And what reason do you believe that they need to be placed on here?
So one of, again, through his videos, one of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others. And so my concern, because it does not seem like there's any sort of line here, as if he were to just.
What?
Discover, obviously, I'm sure he will from this, but that we have children. I'm concerned he will call their school. I'm concerned that I'm just not sure what he would do.
Okay.
And so I think out of just an abundance of caution with everything else that's been going on, because this person does not seem to have any boundaries, I'm concerned for their safety.
I'm going to concur with that. I'm going to go ahead and place the children on the order of protection, mainly based on the statements that you have placed up in your allegations. Those do imply that he is a little more willing than most to kind of break some boundaries.
Correct. And he also has stated that there was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors. Obviously, a place where our.
Is that a crime?
He was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors.
Some boundaries.
Correct.
Is coming to your neighborhood and speaking to your neighbors a crime? Honest question. Michael, sorry I didn't circle back to you. When you called, I wasn't around, so I apologize. Still looking for the crime, though.
Correct. And he also has stated that there was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors. Obviously, a place where our children reside.
Her children reside at her neighbors, just so everybody knows. But let's just, I missed this the first 100 times I listened to this. But he never left a message saying that, right? There was a YouTube video where he talked about going, actually, it wasn't even that. It was an email to Matt, right? An email to Matt Walker saying that he was going to go to his neighbor's house and ask him if they wanted to vote for Trump. He brought that up in the Riojas hearing, where he emasculated Matt Walker. Now, this bitch, this lying Shannon Walker, this perjurer Shannon Walker, who's going to get on the stand and testify at Lane Meyer's trial, she said that Lane left a message. Did he now?
There was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors.
There was one message where he stated that he was going to come to the neighbors. I would love for them to produce that, the message that he said that in. You liar. You know, it might be up to 34. It's possible it's up to 34. I didn't even catch that one.
Obviously, a place where our children reside.
Okay, now have we, do you feel any particular need to list the children's school?
I prefer to not.
Okay.
What? What? She would prefer to not. She just said this, though.
You have listed,
I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well, he talks about being a hunter.
cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now,
that he often claims I called Judge Zips at District Court Clerk and lost her position. I only know what he
in this petition, are they true and act that is going on?
Not your fault, but yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well, he talks about.
Let me take a look here further. Remember, we are in open cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now, let me take a look here.
Where is it?
In that. I do need to ask you, though, are the statements in this petition
Are threatening me, contacting me, leaving voicemails. Yesterday I received one that was particularly egregious, at least the transcript that so yesterday in his video, he is convinced that my work is with the professional relationship, that anyone can come talk. Not only has he claimed that he is College of Law person is going to come over because we've had to connect University of Arizona Police Department and our threat management team who has been following this gentleman. So it's now not only affecting me, but my people I work with. And, you know, obviously we have our personal relationship.
It's difficult. So under oath now, obviously, and you have definitely lie in that. I do need to ask you, though, to the best of your knowledge personally.
No, one of his claims, I only know videos. One of his claims is that I think he has assumed because my work often, apparently he had a significant other who was a federal law clerk and lost her position as a result. I do not have any knowledge.
All right.
Well, he talks about being a hunter in some of his videos, so I guess that would be my only kind of glimpse into that.
But there's been no direct implication or altercation or
he has talked about
statement
hunting,
or anything that
kangaroos.
would cause you to think that that's something that's prominent.
Correct.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right. Now, let me take a look here further. Remember, we are in open court, and so if any of the addresses that you've listed here are confidential, don't say anything while we're here on the record. We'll refer to them vaguely, but we don't want to restate these addresses or anything like that if we're going to protect an address. So just want to make sure that we're both aware of that as we're moving forward here. And so...
all right. The clip I was looking for was when she said that her fear is that if he knows these things, that he's going to incorporate them into his content. That's the fear. So the reason why we need to put them in is because she fears that he'll incorporate it into the content.
You have listed two other persons, two minor children, as protected persons on this order of protection. May I assume these are your children?
They are.
Okay. And what reason do you believe that they need to be placed on here?
So one of, again, through his videos, one of the things that Mr. Myers has done in the past is he has impersonated others. And so my concern, because it does not seem like there's any sort of line here, is if he were to discover, obviously, I'm sure he will from this, but that we have children, I'm concerned he will call their school. I'm concerned that I'm just not sure what he would do.
Okay.
And so I think out of just an abundance of caution with everything else that's been going on, because this person does not seem to have any boundaries.
No boundaries, going to incorporate the school, really scared for the kids, right? Really scared for the kids. This sounds like something we really need to be worried about.
I'm concerned for their safety.
I'm going to concur with that. I'm going to go ahead and place the children on the order of protection, mainly based on the statements that you have placed
We're
up
concerned.
in your allegations. Those
Okay.
do imply that he is a little more willing than most to kind of break some boundaries.
Correct, and he
Known
also
to break
had stated that
boundaries.
there was one message where he stated he was going to come to our neighborhood and speak to our neighbors. Obviously, a place where our children reside.
Okay, now have we, do you feel any particular need to list the children's school?
Okay. The obvious answer to this question is yes, of course. If her fear is legitimate, then yes, of course. But it's not legitimate. This is all pretend. This is all faux and fake. She's impersonating somebody that's scared.
I prefer to not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have listed 3 addresses. We have a non-confidential mailing address that obviously we'll set forward. You've listed a residence. I'm not going to say that. You have marked that as a confidential address, and it will remain confidential. You've also listed your employment, and obviously he knows where that is. So
Correct.
we don't need to make that
What a
a
profit.
confidential
Right.
address. Are there any pets or animals?
Came to the neighbors. He walked up to Laura Conover's door. He rang her doorbell. She came to the door. But poor Matt and Shannon, he can't even show up to the neighborhood. That's what somebody just said, Prophet. So that's awesome. That's great. The more eyes on this, the better.
That we need to be concerned about. I didn't see any allegations or threats along that. I'm not inclined to put anything on here for that. Is there any reason to?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let me see here. So the court finds, based on the allegations made in the petition and the testimony here in court, that I do have jurisdiction over the parties in the subject matter, and that you've appeared at the hearing, and of course the defendant does not, because he did not have notice of this hearing. I do find that there's reasonable cause to believe that the defendant has committed a series of acts that are a series of harassment.
Setting aside that there's only been one voicemail.
They have not reached the level of stalking yet, but there definitely is a series of harassing.
Okay, so this judge just said that it has not reached the level of stalking, but all of these counts are what substantiates the stalking charge here. Conduct spanned from September 12th through February 22nd. Okay, so the judge, we literally just heard the judge say that this was not, this was not, this was not, this was not. None of those were stalking. But if we get creative, we can try to ruin somebody's life and kill them.
They have not reached the level of stalking yet, but there definitely is a series of harassing events, and also their use of electronic communication to intimidate and to threaten. So I will be making those
workplace
findings. Now, with those findings, I do want you to understand, and I'm sure you do, these are not criminal findings. I'm not making that he's not being charged with anything. These aren't criminal charges. These are findings I'm making to provide you with a civil injunction. And so it is, again, only a piece of paper, though.
Of course.
So you're aware that these can sometimes incite as much as they can bring people down, but it will protect you from any third-party contact as well as indirect contact
If you
from
weren't a
him.
public official.
You also understand the concerns about
didn't
trying to
sign a
get
loyalty
anybody
oath.
to not post things on the internet or YouTube or stuff. We do have some overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to get you, but
Right.
First Amendment things on the internet or YouTube. You also understand the concerns about trying to get anybody to not post things on the internet or YouTube or stuff. We do have some overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to overlays with the First Amendment there that we're not sure how far. I'm not sure how far this is going to get you.
She's not sure. She's unsure.
But
Right.
or as far as protecting or stopping that, but it should be strong enough to get those third parties who are his followers or whatever they may be called. Ideally, they will understand that they're included in.
We don't understand because you're a public official, Shannon. You're a public employee. You signed this loyalty oath, and if you didn't sign it, then you should be fired. You should be canned. You can't do work for the public if you're not going to sign the oath. So, sorry, we can still call you.
Some way on this, I'm probably going to have to be told, but
Yes.
get the general idea. So, based on the pleadings, the court finds reasonable cause to believe the defendant has harassed it by committing one or more acts of harassment, and therefore it's ordered granting the injunction against harassment and orders that the defendant will have no contact with the plaintiff, with the protected persons listed in the injunction against harassment, or with the protected locations. The court further orders regarding this order of protection. A constable will not serve this for you. So it will go into effect when he is served, but you are going to need to personally have that served on him, either hire a process server, take it through the sheriff,
Good question.
whichever you
Who
fit.
the
Obviously, you're
fuck
not going
knows?
to hand it to him yourself.
Right.
But, it's important, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know. If he violates this, you must call the police. It is only as good as you are in enforcing it. And if you want this to truly protect you, be sure to take advantage. The court's not an enforcement mechanism. It's the police that will enforce this, but do not hesitate to call them if he violates this in any way. Okay?
One question that I do
Please
have
do.
is regarding the videos that currently exist, as well as additional videos, which I do think you are correct, this will likely incite more of a reaction. Does this injunction against harassment provide any sort of protection for additional videos or any sort of enforcement for him to take down the current ones?
That would be up to a prosecutor. I'm really not sure how they would interpret that. I think the ones that are already posted, I think you're going to have a hard time getting those down, just because of the nature of the internet. I think, though, that if that is something that you should probably pursue with the prosecutor's office or through a police report if you want to try
I'm
to do
married to
something
one.
with that. That would be my advice.
We'll just pack up all our info and we'll give it to the corrupt Pima County Attorney's Office, and we will roll with this. We'll roll with it. We just happen to have a prosecutor, a couple dirty ones right here.
Thank you.
I'm not sure how far this is going to get you from stopping those, but if you don't call the police and try, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right. Okay. And I guess that's my primary concern is not just him, but the harassment that he is inciting through those.
And,
Inciting
and I think those
harassment.
could possibly be seen as third party contact, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's going to depend on how the prosecutor's office wants to interpret that.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me today? Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What, Matt? Why the fuck is Matt talking? Why is the Tucson City prosecutor talking? I can't hear what this fuck's saying.
Your Honor, does this order
Matt wants to ask about the future videos. Not sure why Matt's talking at all. Huh. But no, nothing to see here. This is okay. It's okay that the prosecutor and Shannon are doing this because Lane harassed her.
Your Honor,
Sorry.
Does this order, injunction against harassment does it encompass any future videos?
It should, but again, it's going to be up to the interpretation of
Okay.
especially if a video is like
Should
directed
sounds kinda
directly
nebulous.
at you. I think it becomes a little questionable if it's a generic, that's really going to come down to interpretation.
Okay.
Does that help at all? I wish I could offer more than that.
No, we very much appreciate, Your Honor. Thank you. I think that's all.
We'll go ahead and we'll get this in place. You will go back to room 203. They'll get you
Right.
all the information. It should
Exactly,
be
Michael.
through to you shortly, okay?
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best, both of you.
If only reality would be followed, right? All right. What do you do with all that? All right, so that brings us through the 9th. Let's see, and then we've got the 15th and the 16th. How about you want to cover those now? I want to end the live. So do you want to cover these two voicemails right now, or do you want to start off the next live with the voicemails? I think it might be a better idea because the next voicemails lead right into the Dabbler hearing. So I think I might be better off holding that stuff back. So any questions? I appreciate everybody coming in here. How many people we got in here right now? We got some people watching. A couple people. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm not sure when I'll go live with the next installment. But yeah, reach out to these public officials and let them know that that we're watching and that we see and hear all of these lies, and that they're not gonna be able to Lane's not going to let them, get away with this during trial. Now, Metcalf can try to pull what he pulled in the last hearing, but, we already know that what he did, he cannot do. We've already learned this lesson. We actually learned this lesson in the very last live that I did, which got taken down and it's back up. So, Anyway, these people are warped. All right. We're going to start with the voicemails in the next one because I lost track of exactly where I was. So I hope everybody has a great day. Reach out to these public officials. Seriously, they got to know that what they're doing is criminal, and that we're taking notice, we're doing whatever. I don't know what, but here we'll go to the video description on this video that we watched. Is it this one? Lane Myers does not support, condone, or encourage any type of violence or illegal activity. This video contains First Amendment protected activity meant to redress government officials through non-violent legal means this is a public service.